Hey everybody, and welcome back to Miss D's Pantry. And today we are going to do another chef reacts video. In this video we are going to be reacting to Queen Naija. She's going to be cooking some mac and cheese. The full video I'll link down below, as well as the playlist for the other videos I've already done for the chef reacts. The video is longer, but I'm only going to be reacting to the macaroni and cheese today. So make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And don't forget to check the description box below. Let's get into this video. I'm really excited for this. It's girl Queen Naija back in the building with another video, and today I'm doing another cooking video. Today I'm making a really good home cooked meal. Now I'm boiling my water for my homemade mac and cheese. I'm using I'm gonna show y'all how to do my mac and cheese, but first I cook the cheeses and stuff in the sauce, and then I bake it. I bake the mac. So I'm using Velveeta cheese, and I'm also using sharp cheddar, mozzarella, and I'm using condensed milk for my mac and cheese. And I will be seasoning my mac and cheese because I can't have no unseasoned mac and cheese. And what's something else? Oh, these are my seasonings. I don't really tell y'all what I use for my seasonings, but it's just regular stuff: seasoned salt, regular salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. I almost put onion powder.
I use onion powder
and
garlic powder in everything.
And I use some minced garlic as well.
Also,
this is Worcestershire sauce. It goes on meat for like steak and roast and all types of stuff, and it really seasons your meat more.
So okay. So there's all different kinds of ways to make mac and cheese. Actually, some people consider macaroni and cheese just when you cook the macaroni and cheese on the stove. When you start to bake it into the oven, they would consider that baked mac and cheese. Some people even call it a macaroni and cheese casserole, because most casseroles are like eggs and cream and some other stuff, and then you bake it. So she's making a baked mac and cheese, and she's doing some Velveeta cheese, which a lot of people say that Velveeta is not real cheese because it's like processed cheese, but it's really creamy, and I like to use it because like mozzarella cheese and cheddar cheese, which is two of the cheeses that she's using, have that pull and that stretch to them, but they can also tend to separate, and the Velveeta cheese really keeps it creamy, and it keeps all the cheeses married together. Actually, I have a mac and cheese video which I will link down below if you want to see how I make mac and cheese. So I put like maybe like 3 or 4 different cheeses in mine, so you can go crazy with the cheese. Also, the canned milk that she's using, she said condensed milk. You guys have to be careful because they do have something called sweet and condensed milk. Usually people make that for pies and stuff. You don't want to put that in your mac and cheese because it's really sweet. But there is like evaporated milk, they even have like pet milk, which is nice to use for mac and cheese. I personally like to use heavy cream. It's just that creaminess, and that milk is thicker, so it makes your cheese sauce like velvety and luscious and rich. So just make sure that you don't get the sweet condensed milk when you do this.
Now that my water is at a full boil, I'm going to take and pour the elbow macaroni shells into the water.
She didn't say she salted her water, but I would suggest salting your water before you boil your pasta.
I think I'm gonna add like another box, but like maybe half of it. And then I got my cheeses cut up over here, and there's one more block left. I'm gonna cut that too, and then I'm gonna start making the cheese sauce. So now that I got my noodles coming to a boil, I'm gonna go start on the sauce, the cheese sauce. So I got a little bit of more than half Velveeta cheese chunks cut into the pan, and then I'm gonna take 1.5 cups of condensed milk.
Look at that.
into.
I know that's gonna be good.
Cheese. I'm actually add a little bit more because I want it to cover the cheese a little bit. Let me go open my other can. Hold on. So I got my my sauce on like a high, and I'm going to just keep stirring this the cheese and the milk until it get like a creamy texture. And when these are done, then I will drain those. So as y'all can see, my noodles are draining.
Also, as a
right
tip,
now.
if you don't want your noodles to stick, use olive oil.
So my cheese is done melting with the milk.
Just put it in your water
cheesy.
with the salt.
And I'm going to pour it over into here. But first I'm going to add an egg and my seasonings. So I've added an egg, salt and pepper, and butter to the mac and cheese. Now I'm about to take and add the cheese sauce. So I got
Okay, so the egg she put in is gonna act as a binder, and what that's going to do is keep everything together so it's not loose, because this is baked mac and cheese, right? One thing that's really interesting is she only mixed the Velveeta cheese with the milk. She didn't add the other cheeses with it. Sounds like she's going to add them at the end, which I would have put all the cheese in and then like left some for later to sprinkle over the top, because what could end up happening is her mac and cheese could get dried out, because if you add your cheese sauce and then you add cheese, that cheese will melt, yes, but it won't be like creamy and gooey, you know. So then the egg would have had no purpose. And also, you don't have to add an egg to your mac and cheese if you don't want to. It'll still bake fine. So
the cheese sauce over in here. And what I'm doing is just stirring it all around, getting it real saucy. I also added some sharp cheddar cheese and some mozzarella. So y'all, I put my mac and cheese and layered it over into the pan. And I put cheese on top and everything like that. So I'm going to add pepper all on top because I like it to be real seasoned, especially on the top layer.
Okay, so it looks like what she did is what I was thinking, that she added the cheese to the sauce with the noodles already in it. But me personally, I would have just added all the cheese and left some so I could sprinkle it on top. Okay, so it looks like her mac and cheese is done. It looked good and delicious. The only thing I will say is, because it seemed like towards the end and she had that egg in it, that it's not going to be as creamy, you know, like with the sauce there. You have to put all the cheese into the sauce and then bake it. You can use the egg or you can leave it out. It depends on you. But I would have only just added cheese on the top and then got like that nice crispy crust on it. Some people even go crazy and they use panko. Not to say that her mac and cheese was dry, because it looks good. It's just to avoid your mac and cheese getting dry, make sure you have enough sauce, first of all, to cover the noodles, and then if you're going to add extra cheese on top, you just want to do that on top. But that's it. Yeah, Queen, if you ever see this video, let's make some mac and cheese together, you know. Thank you guys for watching my reaction video. I love doing these. It's so fun. If you guys want to see me react to something, go ahead and leave it in the comments, or you can follow me on Instagram. I will leave that down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.